Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and yes, we are back at it again with the DC Spin Master stuff. Today we are looking at the Moto-Tank, or the Moto-Tank with Bane versus Batman from the Spin Master line. This is the first edition, and it has 12 accessories. So, yeah. So there you go, there is Batman on that side. We got some nice, digital, paneling and stuff like that on that side. Got a shot of Gotham City over here. And you got another picture of Batman on that side. Then with the back, you have this picture here. So it shows off the Moto-Tank, back here. You got, a really cool Batcave, really cool Batman Robin, and then some other stuff back there. Whole bunch of stuff I'm not going to bother to read, and yeah, that's about it. So that's that. Apparently the box wanted to fall over, so there you go. So let's take a look at these guys. So here is Batman, and I think this Batman figure might be exclusive to this set. I'm not entirely sure. Let's find out how tall he is first and foremost. He is, including the tops of his ears, looks like he's just over 4 inches tall, and that translates to, let's say, 10.5 centimeters. Then let's look at Bane here, find out how tall he is. So he is, let's say, 12.5 centimeters, and that makes him, let's say, 4 3/4 inches. So yeah, Bane has some size to him compared to Batman, which makes sense. So there they are compared to each other. And then let's do some other comparisons as per usual. So if I can get these two to stand, whatever. So there they are, and then there they are with Spider-Man, completely out of scale, but that's totally fine. And then there they are with Joker. So there you go. I feel like that's a pretty good scale right there. So let's take a look at the Batman first. So I think he looks pretty cool. Definitely an interesting design, being black with blue highlights. You definitely think of that for a Nightwing look, but not really a Batman look. But I gotta be honest, I really like this look. I actually really like how unique it is. So there's nothing blue on the back other than the utility belt, but it does have some nice sculpted detail there with the musculature, and you also have some paneling on the legs there, so that's pretty cool. And then you got some musculature, but then you also have some more paneling and grooves and all of that on the arms there, and on the back of the cowl. That looks really good. So there you go. And then I do really like the color, how it's kind of like a cyan type color for the shoulders, and then the forearms here, the belt, and then the chest there. I think that's really cool. So definitely an interesting look in Batman's usual stoic self, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so that's it. And then the cape is, the cape is kind of whatever. So there you go. And as far as articulation goes, his head does turn, does have a little bit of attitude, and it can't really look up or down all that much, but that's all right. The arms go out that far, so that's pretty good. They do rotate. You do get a single joint for the elbow. It does pivot there. Then for the legs, they go out that far, so that's pretty good. Then they go forward really far. They go back just a little bit. You do get a thigh swivel at the top here, and then you do get a single joint for the knee in the middle, and then you do get a rotation there. So that's about it for Batman, and we'll go into this stuff in just a little bit. But yeah, so that's about it for Batman here. Really cool. But let's be honest here. I think a lot of people getting this would just want this incredible Bane figure, because they haven't really done a whole lot with Bane, the Spin Master line. They did make a Tom Hardy Bane figure, and that was pretty cool. But let's face it, this is way more of a comic book accurate Bane. And this also looks a lot like my favorite version of Bane ever, which is from Batman Arkham Origins. And this looks a lot like the Arkham Origins Bane, and I think that's really cool. And yeah, like I say, he definitely has some size to Batman, which is good. I like the mask. I even like how they have a little bit of a zipper on here, to make it look like, he put the mask on. So that's really cool, because No one cared who he was till he put on the mask. So, yeah, there you go. And then you got he's kind of like squinting a little bit, makes him look more intimidating. Then goes back. Yes, he does have the venom tubes. So you get like a green line that goes into this thing. And then it kind of goes around and would theoretically connect to his arm. So there you go. And that goes down into his forearm. And there's the controller there on his left side there. So that's pretty cool. And then I do like the tubing there and like the ridges on there makes it look like it's like metal and like super complicated and all that. And then you got a nice little tank top here with some straps on the side. I think the straps on the side look pretty cool. If y'all can focus on the straps on the side, that would be cool. Thank you. So there you go. There's that. And then, yeah, like this guy looks really cool. I like the musculature there. The belt is pretty cool. I like the silver belt. So there you go. That's got like a little belt buckle on there. Because some versions of Bane, like there's a belt buckle that like you press that and then that activates the venom. So that might be what that is. And then you got the pants there. The pants look pretty cool. So do the boots. The boots have a lot of detail on them. Well, not really a lot of detail, but you know that I appreciate the sculpting because you know this is basically a completely original sculpt. So I like that they went the extra mile with the detail. Then as far as the articulation goes, his head does turn. It doesn't really do anything else. It just turns. So there you go. And then for the arms, they go out that far. So I think that's pretty good. They do rotate all the way around. You do get a single joint for the elbow. And no, this stuff doesn't get in the way. So I think that's pretty cool. You don't have to worry about breaking it. So there you go. You do get a single joint for the elbow and a swivel. So there you go. There's nothing in the torso. And then for the legs, they go out that far. So that's pretty cool. And then you do they do go forward a lot and they go back just a little bit. And then the last point is there's a thigh swivel. There's nothing in the knee, nothing in the boot, so it's just a thigh swivel and that's it. So there you go. So you actually can't have if you wanted to do the famous thing of, you know, Bane breaking Batman's back like over his leg, that's really like the closest that you can get to that. So it's kind of close, but you know, not quite the same thing there, but you do kind of get the idea. So there you go. So just be warned if you did want to have it say he's breaking Batman's back. That's kind of the closest that you can get to that. It's still pretty cool, but yeah. So there you go. And then I think let's look at the titular Moto-Tank or Moto-Tank. I don't know what this is. So this thing. And yes, I did decide that it would only make sense to have some comparison. So here it is with the Bat-Tech crawler that we've looked at previously. Check out the review of this if you didn't already. So there you go. I think that that's pretty cool. But I don't think it compares to this right here, the Crusader Batmobile. And as you can see, the Moto-Tank is actually pretty big. It's not quite as big as the Crusader Batmobile. It's definitely not as wide, but it is pretty similar in length there. So I think that's pretty cool. So there you go. And then we have I do like the silver there in the middle with like the pipes and engine and all of that, the pistons. And then you do get the same thing on this side. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. I do like the black. The black definitely looks good. I also like the blue, like the cyan color. It's the same color as the Batman figure, so there you go. And then you got some like paneling on here. You got some like ridges and like rivets and, you know, like screws and all of that to make it look like it was like metal and like put in place and all that. You got some guns on the front that don't do anything, but they'd still look cool nonetheless. You got, I guess these are supposed to be like headlights. I would have liked to see like these painted a little bit. But I don't know. I guess it's like kind of accurate to the art on here, but I don't know. I just think that like a little bit of paint on here would have looked good. But that's what we got. I do like the underside here with the treads, and yes, it is a similar design to the crawler, where this looks like it's a full tread, but it just has a couple wheels on the bottom there, so it can drive no problem. And this is on carpet, so it's pretty good on carpet. I'm sure it's a lot better on like a hardwood surface. But yeah. So there you go. And then on this, you got kind of the same thing on this side, but you have the real screws that helped put this together. So this is the side to display it on, so that you don't see the ugly stuff. But yeah, so there you go. Then you got a nice control panel there with a bat symbol. Of course, there's a bat symbol on there. And then you also have what would theoretically be like gauges for like a speedometer and like that kind of thing, but they're just kind of circles. And of course, you can take the Batman figure. Then y'all know the drill if you have action figures that come with vehicles, especially like motorcycle type vehicles. Y'all know that you got to put them in a certain position in order to get them on there. But yeah, so you just kind of go like that, and then like that. I'm not really gonna worry too much about it has to look perfect, but you get the idea. So we can just kind of hold on to it like that, and then he's off to the races, I guess, to stop Bane here. But it would be a good idea that he goes off to fight Bane, not just on his own, because Bane is really tough. He could definitely give Batman a run for his money. So, with that being said, he has to come with a lot of stuff. So, it only makes sense that he comes with 12. I did count them, 12 accessories. Well, technically 13, but we'll go into that. So, oh my goodness, I'm knocking stuff over. But yeah, he comes with all of this stuff. And I think that there is another version of this set that only comes with like a few accessories, but this one has 12, as you could see by the box there. So there you go. And what should we look at first? Let's look at this first. So we've looked at this before. I'm not going to say for what figure, but we have looked at this before, so it looks pretty good. And all of these are a transparent blue color, so just be aware of that. So there you go. And then you can have Batman hold on to it, like that. So there you go. So there's that one. And then he comes with one of these. Well, he actually comes with two of them. Comes with these massive batarangs. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that these could actually work if you wanted. You could have like a larger figure, like a 6 or 7 inch figure, using these as a batarang. So like if you have like a more regular like McFarlane Batman, you could probably give this to him and it would work as like a batarang for him. But yes, there you go. He has 2 of these. But for a 4-inch figure, they are really big, so he can kind of use them as almost like a sword. So there you go. If you want him to have a batarang sword, there you go. If you wanted to have an actual sword, though, he does have that. So there you go. He does come with a sword, and I think that that's pretty cool. I don't really know why Batman has a sword when he's fighting Bane, but whatever. If you want him to have the sword, then you kind of get the idea that he can hold on to the sword. So there you go. And then he does come with this grenade launcher thing. I'm still not entirely sure what this is, but yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. You got this like grenade launcher type thing with fins on the thing. Then you can have him hold on to it with one hand or with two. So there you go. You can kind of have him hold on to it with one side like that, or you can turn it around a little bit and have him hold on to it with the other hand. You kind of get the idea there. So there you go. That is that. We'll get that out of there. So there we go. And then he does also come with these things here. And these were with the Batman and Deathstroke figure. So there you go. You got some batarangs on this side. This almost looks like, like he wears it, like on his wrist and then like shoots out the batarangs for him. That's what this looks like to me. So that's pretty cool. And then for the other one here, we have this here. So it's got like a batarang on this side, but then it's got a buzzsaw on the front. So maybe it shoots out the buzzsaw. I don't know. But what you can do is you can have him hold on to these, and then it looks like he's wearing just these oversized gloves with some accessories on there. So there you go. There's that one. And then let's have him hold on to this one as well, just to give you the idea. And then there you go. So it would be something like that. So there you go. So I think that's pretty cool. So there you go. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll get that out of the way. If I can get it off of him, that would be very good. There we go. All right, so there's that. Then he does also come with 2 of these. So 2 more like regular batarangs, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I like the detail there with that. How there's like a hole in the on the sides there both of them, so they're pretty cool. Then you do also get this thing, which is almost like a jetpack. So there you go. If you want Batman to have a jetpack, there you go. It looks pretty good. Then what you can do is you can plug it into the back there, because there is a hole in the back of the figure and a hole in the cape. So if you want Batman to have a jetpack, then there you go. He can now have a jetpack. So there you go. There's that. That's pretty cool. And then these last two accessories are things that I actually didn't have before. So these are pretty cool. Let's look at this. You have an oversized grapple gun. So that's pretty cool. I like the claw that's on there. And then also the like hose on the side there. And then you got some more ridges and indents and stuff like that. And yeah, so he can just kind of hold onto it. And this thing is massive in his hand, but you get the idea. So he has this massive grapple that he can just shoot out and, you know, he can grapple away. So there you go. And then he does also come with this shield. And this is what I was talking about. That's technically 13 accessories. So this by itself, it looks pretty good. It's the shield with the bat symbol on there. Then you got like a thing on the side so you can hold on to it like so. So there you go. Now he has a shield, and that's pretty cool. But if you wanted him to use this more offensively instead of defensively, you can actually break this apart, and then it's two halves. So now it looks like he has kind of like hedge trimmers or something like that. He has bat hedge trimmers. So he can, you know, hold on to them, you know, kind of like that. And then he can hold on to the other one. You know, you kind of get the idea that he can use this like a sword or like a chainsaw or something like that. But yeah, so interesting stuff. I personally like it better as the shield. But yeah, there you go. So I think that all in all, this is really cool. And like I said, there is a version of this set, the same set that has Batman and Bane and all of that, but it doesn't come with all of this stuff. It only comes with like a few accessories. So if you're interested in all of the accessories, then do be sure to get the one that talks about the accessories, not just, you know, this stuff. But that's all I have for today. So if you enjoyed this review, you like all this stuff, then do be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you think of this set, or the accessories, or the figures, or really anything else that y'all want to talk about. I'm down for it. Do be sure to subscribe if you're interested, because I've reviewed quite a few Spin Master stuff, and I do intend to continue all that. But other than all of that, that's all I have for today. So I do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.